So there is a story that is doing the rounds concerning what could have transpired days before 2022 general election. Before I get to this issue of Tal Hannan, I'd like to revisit an interview that Raila Odinga had on one of the leading media stations. And in that interview, Raila Odinga disclosed that he engaged ethical hackers who sought to give information on what could have happened, and that the information of ethical hackers was satisfactory to the Azimio One Kenya Alliance cause, and that it revealed that there were several penetrations on the IBC server, there were several malpractices that could have been conducted. So that is the report that the ethical hackers revealed. Now we have a second narrative of these Israeli hackers who, according to the information, that they managed to access William Ruto's Alice accounts, especially Telegram and Gmail accounts. They exposed how these two accounts, even Twitter, are not that safe. Denis Itumbi confirmed that he experienced a lot of activities in his Telegram account, and that he has not been using Telegram account for long. So he was surprised how comes his account was heavily used.
This is live, right? We're live with this target. If I write him now, he might answer. We can see his files he's keeping on his drive.
And this is what Denis Itumbi said in response to the same. I don't use Telegram for any communication. I noticed increased activity on my Telegram account. The pattern showed that it was our competitors behind it. So we, Mr. Itumbi, we formed a few political groups and used them to mislead the hackers. For example, we would post that UDA will not hire agents for the elections. Now that is now a statement that Itumbi issued, and I think this was trying to counter this narrative of the Israeli hackers. Mr. Itumbi said that they did not hire any foreigners to spread misinformation, to spread disinformation during the election period, and that he said that the only foreign technology experts that the party interacted with were the two Indian nationals, that is Zulfikar Ahmad Khan and Zaid Sami Kidwar, who went missing and were found to be deceased. So what Denis Itumbi is trying to say is that he's trying to apportion the blame on the Azimio One Kenya Alliance, and that Tal Hannan was never contracted to do any disinformation on behalf of UDA. In 2017, again, there are different details that are saying that Jubilee Party attempted to hire Tal Hannan's team, that is Team George, for disinformation exercise, but they did not agree with the provider, that is Tal Hannan, over the way Team George was charging. They found this amount to be exorbitant, that the hackers charged around $400,000 for the same service, $400,000 to $600,000. So that's why the Jubilee declined. So if you look at the 2022 general election, then you find that the senior members within UDA, almost 3/4 of the senior members within UDA, came from Jubilee. So that means they were aware of these hackers. Ladies and gentlemen, do you smell a rat? If you ask me, I'll tell you I do. Take a look at this. Team Jog, that is the hackers, were almost contracted by Jubilee in 2017. In 2017, the faction was led by Uhuru and Ruto. So that means, heading to the general election of 2022, William Samoei Ruto was aware of Tal Hannan's moves. So this information has been leaked to the public, and it was through a consortium of journalists who posed as clients. And throughout the exercise, Tal Hannan tried to demonstrate on how they can hack Telegram account, how they can hack Gmail account, how they can even hack your WhatsApp or a Twitter account and try to communicate. So they were trying to demonstrate. I mean, that is just how you can be demonstrated to a client because you want a particular job. So they also disclosed that they worked with an African country last year to do disinformation. So if you look at the countries that did election, I think it is Somali, Angola, and Kenya. That is what is available in the public domain. The countries that did election last year. So again, the bone of contention here is if Tal Hannan was almost contracted in 2017 by Jubilee, that means Denis Itumbi and the team within UDA were aware of activities that all the services that Tal Hannan offers. The only thing that they could not agree with back then was the financial expenditure or the financial involvement in acquiring the services of Team Jog that is headed by Tal Hannan. So dear ladies and gentlemen, Raila has been saying time and time over again on this issue of hackers. During the Supreme Court decision, Martha Koome termed the whole hacker thing as hot air. Little did she know that these details will be revealed to the public. Now the details have been submitted to the public. Now what next? Of course, undoing what was already done of installing the William Samoei as the president of Kenya is a thing that cannot be done here in Kenya because the rule of the law is not being followed to the latter. The Supreme Court are supposed to be the ones who are supposed to be the custodians of this constitution, but already we've seen that they're exercising biasness in how they issue their verdicts. So the constitution might not be used to remove the president. But while we know that a million march is supposed to be able to remove the president, but that's not going to happen because of how our laws are crafted and because of the institutions that do not support these laws again. So that means it is not easy to undo what has been done. But the fact here remains that there were hackers who were involved in this general election. There is too much talk about hackers, and now wanasema kwamba Waswahili wanasema kwamba ukiona kitu kinatajwa sana then inamaanisha kuna kitu kilifanyika. This issue of hackers, okay, earlier on there was the issue of Venezuelans to having been the ones who hacked, yes, but then the people who hacked Gmail accounts to spread disinformation, these were the team that was led by Tal Hannan. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly share what your opinions are regarding this matter of Tal Hannan below the comment section. Once again, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.